Hey, good morning, Bob. Trade Genius, 23rd of February. Let me just give you a quick morning update. So we're still in the downtrend on the hourly on these on the crypto coins, but the nice action overnight is lately it's been the other way around where they've just been selling it off overnight and they're trying to scramble back later in the day. And I'm getting more and more convinced that the cryptos are acting as some sort of hedge on the stock market. So looking at Bitcoin here, I mean these are 5%. These are 5% moves, and then they rip down. So if you're waiting to do a long swing, it's still too steep to do it. If you like the short swing, if you can catch these moves, this is a 2 standard deviation line. Is that you can try to catch these bottoms and try to take a trade. Okay, and if you're a long swing and you're looking at it from a daily perspective, you're still in the buy, and this is still consolidation, still crawling along this parallel line, and so looks more horrible than it is. This is natural. When it breaks a major downtrend line, it's going to consolidate, but once it comes through this thing again, if it gets through this green line again, see if we can see it better here, right here, so 10-8 is probably all clear for it to really start to rock and roll again, just FYI. So let me just flip through the other ones. I don't trade Dash too much. They all look pretty similar. This one looks very interesting. This is Enigma. You can get some nice 10, 15, 20% moves on these. I'll probably take a shot at this thing today. Got a buy signal on it right now, and I like the fact that it's trying to break this downtrend. And I mean, these things squirt like toothpaste. Ethereum it broke out of its downtrend line too, something to keep an eye on. Same with Litecoin. Looks a lot like Bitcoin here. And then Neo's looking decent. Komodo's still struggling. Stratus looks like Bitcoin. Monero is where I went ahead and I bought the other day. I stayed in the trade. I just felt that we're going to turn around, so I just didn't want to screw around with it too much. And then Ripple also had a buy signal here right at the bottom, and it's up now over 10%. So that's where we are. In my 10% a week thing that I'm doing, last week to this week I was actually down 8%, but I'm up 15% over where I want to be for the year. So we'll see if I can play some catch up over the weekend, if we get some nice moves. And right now my play is in Monero, and I'll switch as I need to. Anyway, thanks for that. Let me look at the market itself here. Is that I think the biggest opportunity for people to be long the stock market is in natural gas. They pushed it down overnight. Let me pull an hourly on this. And you really want to, if you're playing futures, you just really want to day trade this thing, because it's just such a pain to play with these overnight moves because the liquidity's so low, and you wake up, you're down $600 on a contract. So this is the hourly here. This is the point of control, and we're getting a nice setup here on money flow that is definitely worth a shot to take long. And I like to trail 3 cents, 4 cents, and so when once the market opens, I'll probably take a shot at this today. And you can play with UNG or UNG calls too. And then looking at the market itself, I think oil's going to roll back over, but it's Friday, so it's not worth shorting. So but it's definitely been pushed up pretty hard this week, and I'm expecting oil to start making its down move here on a more secular basis. And then on and in the stock market, last 3 days they ramped the open and then they collapsed the close, and that's very bearish. And I suspect we're going to see the same thing here. And overnight in China, their largest insurance company is essentially bankrupt. Okay, the Chinese hide all this stuff. They even closed down their VIX contracts so they wouldn't get hammered in their markets. I mean, you think things are just captured. These countries now use the stock market as some sort of pride or something, and it's a reflection of the country's success. And so now China's just hiding it, but China's in big trouble. I don't care what people say. China's in big trouble. They're like a pressure cooker because all their capital is stuck in the country, and they just keep whipping it around internally, and then you get these really bad malinvestments, and they have a lot of zombie companies there. So once that leaks out, China's what caused a lot of problems we had a couple years ago in the market, and I think China's going to be the cause of it once again. I expect ES will fall today, and next week I think it's going to continue to fall. The thing with the market is that the 10-year, if we get into here, I can just do it this way. This 10-year right here, this is so I don't know, this is like some sort of artificial move. We're paying 2.9% for 10-year bonds, and in Germany they're paying 0.6 for the same 10-year, and those countries are as indebted as we are, and this move here is going to be the cause of our stock market to roll all the way back to September 2. That's why I've been telling people is that I don't know who decided to launch the 10-year, but it's absolutely some sort of manipulated event, and they really are pushing it up. And now they reached a point. This is what blew the market up. It got to a point where risk managers have to start taking risk off, and now we fell down. We're here. We can't get over this line here, and they're distributing. Look at this, wick, 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 wick. This is big money getting out of Dodge. Okay, when you see these in reverse on the bottom, okay, then you know they're accumulating here. It pushes up, people are selling. Oh, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God, and then whoosh. And my expectations were coming back down to here. Okay, so you've been warned. Okay, this is the top. You can tell your grandchildren you'll live through this. That's the market top right there. Okay, and the only way this thing will blow up through here again, you'll see gold at new highs. Okay, so they're trapped. Their Goldilocks is over. Either they're going to have to pay through the nose on commodities to get the stock market lifted, or they're going to have to let the stock market fall back to its natural price level, which is down here. Okay, and then once it gets to here, then fair value is at 200. Okay, you can't have a 10-year at 3%, a VIX at 18, and a stock market at a PE of 30. You get to pick two. Okay, and so this is artificial buying by sovereigns, and even they won't be able to withstand the selling pressure when these risk managers have to take money off the table. So anyway, I'll be back at you guys this weekend, and a lot to talk about. I think it'll be a good weekend for the cryptos, at least good trading, and then I still think we're consolidating here for the next move higher. Catch you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.